Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Flatbeders Life. We are back in Long Beach, California at Western Tube and Conduit. And this time, we're going to Bend, Oregon. So, this load's a little different than the others than the other one that I showed you, but still about the same. I'm going to do a few things different though. Instead of using my fish tape like we did on the last load, we are going to use my little push pole here. Bad thing about this load is I gotta use my 6-foot tarps, and I really don't like using those if at all cost. Alright, on this load here, I'm going to step back a little so you can see better. We've got 4 layers on this, and with where I am going with this load, I need to look out for turns and curves and twisty, windy roads. I get to go through some national forest on this load. It's a beautiful view. I will try to get you some time-lapse videos of that, but absolutely gorgeous view going through there. And therefore, with the road, like I said, it's twisty and windy going through there. I'm going to add a little bit more securement than I normally would on a load like this. Such as I wouldn't normally run the strap through the lower level, but I am on this one. And if the camera angle keeps changing on you, apologize. I am moving the camera from side to side to try and show you guys a little bit better at what I'm doing. And somebody left an old strap on this trailer. So I'll have to do something with that later on. Oh, don't need that yet. What I'm going to do is run a strap over this bottom layer and then 2 straps over it. And then I'm going to throw 2 more straps over the layer above it. Rest of it will be good going over the top. On each side here, I have some little short bundles. And I definitely have to have 2 straps over those. I could probably do it with 1, but I'd feel better with 2. The problem is, normally, you don't want to go opposite on these. Meaning throwing 1 strap from the driver's side to the passenger side, and then another one from the passenger side to the driver's side on those short bundles, because they'll try to twist it out from under their straps. However, this is up against longer pieces. It's not by itself. So it'll be fine to do that. And also, by doing it that way, it'll give me an alternating pull on that top layer also, to keep it from shifting from side to side. So that is what we're going to do over the top. Alright everybody, you know me by now if you've watched enough of my videos. I always tighten the lower straps first. In my opinion, it just creates a more stable base. So, I'm going to tighten this first row, then I'm going to go to the other side and tighten this row. Before I start doing any of the straps over the top. And there's no way that I'm going to hurt this material. So I'm making sure that the straps are really tight. forklifts all over on this side of the building. So, I'm going to try to get my tarp up there the easy way. Don't know if they'll do it, but we're going to see if they'll lift one of them up there for me. I really do not like these tarps. They are extremely heavy. Each one of those tarps is about 100 pounds. So, anytime you can do this the easy way, you do it the easy way.
Probably check the weight for it.
Do what?
You should probably go check the weight. I think it's be heavier to drive, bro.
Well, yeah, I know that. I was gonna ask if you'd put the tarp up there for me.
Yeah.
There we go. So much easier if you do it than if I do it. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm gonna be overweight too.
I think you're driving. It's too much to the front.
That's what I'm thinking, but
They should have left like at least up to a foot and a half.
yeah. Stranger things have happened though. I've had loads where I didn't think they'd come out right and they're perfect. Yeah, take it easy. Yep. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Get the forklift to lift it up. All right, guys. I wished I could say I was back at Long Beach this time, but I'm still here. As you'll notice, the load looks a little different, which brings me to a point. Some drivers have no respect for other drivers, you know, or they just don't do pre-trips. That last load I had, it's the same load, just as you notice, different trailer, was loaded on a step down. And it has 3 bad tires, one of which is so bad that you can see the steel belts on the tire itself, which should have never been dropped at a customer like that. Let me check something real up. Wait, no, I know I don't have any winches over there now that I think about it. So, all right, we will have to use another hand portable over there. Oh. Now, with that said about the other driver and the trailer being like it was, if they would have just done a pre-trip, they would have found it and there wouldn't have been any issues. I'd have been down the road already with it tarped. On a good note, though, I no longer have to use my 6-foot tarps on this load. I was able to put it up and use my 4-foots. However, instead of 1 tarp, I now have to use 2. A little more work, but in some ways, but in other ways, it's a little less work. So, but as I said, there's no call, no reason why the other driver couldn't have done what he was supposed to have done. And that is just lazy. That's caring about themselves and no one else. Keep an eye on these loads coming through. That way I don't wind up getting hurt by one of those. As you'll notice, I'm not putting any straps through this one. It's only 2 layers high, and therefore I don't really need it. What I am going to do to make the load more stable, though, is I am going to put my straps in an alternating pattern. I'm putting 4 straps over each stack. So my front and my rear strap on each stack. This guy does not know how to shift. Hang on. It's just somebody that don't know how to shift a truck. But as I was saying, my front and rear strap on each stack is coming over here to the passenger side. Then in between, I've got 2 straps in the middle that are going over there to the driver's side, which will equalize out the load. That'll keep load from shifting in transit. Some days I really enjoy doing my job, but then whenever you have to deal with other people that don't do theirs properly, then you get to where you really don't like your job. Today is one of those days that I'm just wondering why I'm even doing this. I mean, I'm not going to say that truck driving is a good career, and I'm not going to say that it's a bad career, because when it comes to driving a truck, it's not a career. It's a lifestyle. It's not what people think it is. It's not all glamorous. It's not all sit behind the wheel and drive. As you can see by my videos, I'm constantly working in between the driving, constantly doing something. And it's not that easy sometimes. Today's one of those days. Anyway, with that said, today's just one of those days.
Get out of the way. I just beat the grill.
That it's harder than normal. That guy on the forklift is pretty cool, by the way. I never remember his name. He's pretty funny. It's just one of those days. It's harder than normal. There's more stuff involved in it, but you make do. All right. You just, like I was saying, make do with what comes at you. There's no sense in getting mad about it. No sense in getting upset about it. Well, you can get upset, but no sense in getting pissed off, mad, and everything else. All that's going to do is raise your blood pressure, which I have high blood pressure to begin with. Just take it in stride. That's the way you should be anytime during life. Not just now, but at any point in life. Just no sense in getting all upset, bent out of shape over things. So you have a bad day. But guess what? There's a better day on the horizon somewhere. Just gotta wait till that day comes by. So, yeah, this is costing me time that I really don't have on this load and whatnot. But it is what it is. Can't get mad and get upset and call it quits. There's no sense in it. Just do what I gotta do.